What's good, everybody? It is your host, KJ Hartwell, aka Hartwell Fit, bringing you Decision Time, the podcast brought to you by One Decision Fitness, where we talk faith, family, fitness, and entrepreneurship, and we always bring the deciding factors to the table so we can make the changes necessary. So without further ado, let's dive into today's episode. Before we get started, please make sure you go down into the description box where you'll see all the links to my social media platforms. That is where you are going to see all the sneak peeks to our next episodes coming up, and that way you will know also when we are dropping our episodes. So I really want to go ahead and get into our very first topic of this show and of this episode, obviously. But before I do, I want to give a quick shout out to my boys over at Day One Ambition. My buddy Brandarius Johnson, back in my hometown of Las Vegas, Nevada, has been doing some excellent work over the past few years, I believe since 2014, bringing awareness to mental health, not only within the athletic community, but also just in the community, period. So I really want to give a shout out to you and everybody on your team. You guys have been doing a great job. And if you have not heard about his story of his 100 miles that he did in September for Suicide Awareness Month, please make sure you check that out. It's a beautiful story and a great message behind it. So with that being said, I really want to jump into this topic of suicide that we have been seeing on the rise within young professional athletes as well as NCAA athletes. So within the past few years, I believe back in 2015, and since then, it has been documented a little bit more from at least the research that I saw, documented a little bit more as far as the number of deaths that were caused by suicide in NCAA athletes. And it has been rising at a rate it's really scary. And the reason why I say that is because suicide within itself is a very preventable way of death. It's a way that can be taken apart and dismantled by just being there to listen to somebody, by just having somebody to talk to. Yet and still, it is the fourth leading cause, within the NCAA world. I hope you guys are enjoying the podcast topic so far, but if you want to hear more, please make sure you go on over to our other platforms and listen to this podcast in its entirety, and I would love for you guys to give your input. So make sure you drop your 5 stars, drop the comments, so that way we can build up on this topic and bring more awareness. You guys be blessed.